appointment a little while ago, and my back is so sensitive after the treatment. It's like the machine, or the I guess it's a machine, kind of opens up my vertebrae, and then it's very unstable for a little while. And as I was being unharnessed, I just moved fractionally the wrong way, and the pain I experienced was so intense. I don't know how I didn't cry, but I held it together because I didn't want my lovely friend to know that she'd made me cry. She knew I was in a lot of pain, and we put ice on for much longer than normal, but I've come home and I'm laying on the couch. I've got some knitting at the ready, and I'm laying on ice, which is not very nice. So I've also got my fleecy jumper on and a fleecy blanket, which Mabel will be up with me in a little while. Pete's taken her for a walk this morning. Well, actually, I think it's about 11:30 now, because I was going to walk her when I got back, and I don't think I can. So I'm laying here for a little while. To be honest, I didn't have much planned for today anyway. So I'm going to do some knitting and watch some Vlogmases, because I'm really behind on Vlogmases. So I think today might not be much recording happening, but I'll if I do anything exciting, I will share. But I think I'm going to be here for most of the day. Hopefully, anyway. I'm quite looking forward to a cosy day. I've been really busy lately, so yes. Anyway, I may chat later. Bye. Hi again. It's about 4:15 in the afternoon. I've been here all day, basically, since my back treatment this morning. I'm feeling quite painful and a bit grumpy, to be honest. Trying not to be, but it's very disappointing when you keep trying things and nothing seems to work. But I think I'm just having a bit of a glum day because I'm in pain, and I think deep down I think this treatment will work. I've just had a little setback, that's all. So I think this is going to be it for me today. I think this is where I am going to stay on and off all evening. To be honest, it's not a bad place to be, is it? I'm going to show you some knitting. I've actually been knitting, but I've been knitting on Bryony's hat. Well, I feel like I've reverse knitted for the first 2 hours of today, because I just could not get the pattern to go right. It's so simple, and my brain was not letting me do it, so I unpicked it 4 times. Yes, 4 times. So that was quite frustrating. I feel like it's been a very frustrating day today, and I hope I can still turn it around. Anyway, let me show you my hat. Hang on, I'm going to turn the camera around. Okay, so this is my progress on Bryony's Carufe hat. I haven't got the pattern with me, so I'm hoping I've said that right. It's a really pretty colour. I love it. And it has this kind of zigzag pattern. It's just going to start to go into another zigzag here. And within the zigzag is moss stitch. And I can't remember what's above it. I think it might be stockinette, but it's really pretty, and I hope I can get it finished in time. I kind of have learnt to knit lying down. Now I've dropped a stitch. 2 figures, really. Sorry, I'm grumpy today. It's quite hard to knit lying down, even though I'm quite practiced in it, because quite often you need different things, stitch markers. I didn't realise I needed a cable needle and all the extra bits that I forget to get, and then I think, oh, I could do with a glass of water, so I have to get up and get that. Sorry, I am such a moany bag. I am going to go now. Actually, I'm just going to show you my bag. This is the bag that lovely Dorte gave me for number 1 in the advent today. I haven't even shown you my advents. I'll show you tomorrow. And while you're here, you may as well see my pyjamas, because I love them. They've got little bunnies and birds, and they should cheer me up, and they have fluorescent pink on them as well, which is always good. So yes, I shall say goodbye for now, and big apologies for being a grumble, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Good morning. Happy 22nd of December. Today is Saturday and it feels so much better than yesterday. Yesterday I basically laid on the sofa all day with my back. It was so painful. And laying on ice is not it's not very fun. So it did get a bit better yesterday, my day. I have this thing where sometimes if I'm having a lot of pain, I tend to write the whole day off, which is silly really, because little things like small kindnesses can really turn your day around. And yeah, so yesterday wasn't as bad as it could have been, but my back is feeling a lot better this morning. It's still quite twingy, so I have to be quite careful how I move, but so much better, thank goodness. And I just want to show you my new mug. How beautiful is that? I can't love it anymore. It's so gorgeous. And this is what brightened my day yesterday. I'm involved in an Instagram little chat group, and it's just filled with the most lovely ladies, and we're just there to support each other, to share nice stories, and it's just a gorgeous group. We decided to do a Secret Santa, and so this was my Secret Santa gift, along with some other bits I'm going to show you. And my Secret Santa, it's not really secret because I know who it is, and it's lovely Nicola from Bumble Stitches. And I got a spot of coffee on there, which kind of ruins the look. Here we go, let me clean that off. Oh, it's so gorgeous, isn't it? It's Cornish ware, I think. Can't read the bottom, I'm too scared to spill my coffee. It's Cornish ware, and it's just so gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And I've got my first coffee of the day. I've had 2 teas already. Oh my goodness, I love coffee. So the other thing I got in my swap was, this is my little basket of goodies to show you, this beautiful hand cream which is called Fiery Pink Pepper, and it's from Molten Brown. Love that colour so much. Gorgeous. I haven't used it yet, but I will do now. Beautiful card. Look at that gorgeous card. Oh, it's so pretty. It's from Rifle Paper Co. That is so beautiful. I just love their prints. So that's gorgeous. Dairy Milk Chocolate Santa. Dairy milk is my absolute favourite milk. No. Dairy milk is my absolute favourite chocolate. But I haven't had any lately, so I've been having dark chocolate. So this will be snuffled up and really enjoyed. And the Superstar pin. So lovely. And also, Nicola sent Mabel some doggy treats, which was so kind, and honestly that parcel literally turned my day around into a much nicer day, and I went to bed feeling happy and content. So thanks Nicola, you did more yesterday than you ever realised. And I really love my treats. You couldn't have picked better for me. I'm excited about my swap partner getting her Secret Santa now. I hope she likes it as much as I like mine. And have some more coffee. So I've been thinking a bit about next year, and if there are any plans I'd like to kind of think about and put in place. I don't really want to do any specific New Year's resolutions because I find I generally don't stick to something for that long, and then that comes with a bit of disappointment, and that's the opposite of what you want to do, isn't it? Last year, I think the only thing that I wanted to do was do the make 9, and I didn't do the make 9. I think I did about make 3, because as the year goes on, my tastes change. I think everybody's does, and priorities change and stuff happens. So make 9 was a bit of a fail for me, although it was fun to do. It wasn't a negative thing at all. It was a really positive thing. It's just that I didn't stick to it. So I'm not doing that this year. So there are 2 things that I'm going to try and live by this year. And the first one is to continue reducing my single-use plastic at home and in my business. That's kind of really important to me at the moment. And I've done pretty well this year, actually. My business is almost plastic free. Or if I am using plastic, they're compostable or decomposable. Decomposable. Is that the word? Decomposable. I think that's the word. Yes, so I think I've done pretty well with my business. There are a few tweaks I still need to make. And home life, I feel there's a lot of room for improvement, especially with toiletries. That's going to be a hard one, really. I'm going to try the shampoo bars instead of shampoo in bottles, see how I get on with that. And I've switched to soap instead of shower gel recently. My main area is still in the kitchen. I think that's the hardest thing. I tend not to use cling film. I can't say at all. I use it very rarely. So instead of, if I've got leftovers which I put in a bowl to store in the fridge, I'll put a saucer or a plate on top of the bowl instead of cling film, or in a Tupperware pot or something like that. Or if it's like half a lemon. See, I used to put that in a bag and then put it in the fridge. It seems so wasteful. So now I just turn the lemon upside down and put it on a plate. It's got its own skin on the top, so it's little things like that. So yeah, that's kind of, I want to treat the world with more respect and more love in 2019. And my other thing, which probably won't come as a surprise to you, I want to work on my health, continue working on my health, and I'd like to be as healthy as I can possibly be while still having a life, if you know what I mean, because it is time consuming to look after yourself and eat well every day. So yeah, that's really important to me. So that is what I'm going to be doing. Oh, there is another thing actually. I am really going to try hard not to buy yarn that I don't need. So that really is single skein sock yarns. I have lots and I love them all. And I don't think there's any I could de-stash because I literally love them. And I will knit them. It may take me till I'm 100, but I will knit them. So I'm going to try really hard not to buy any single skeins. But I'm not saying that I can't. I'm saying I'll try hard not to. But if there's something nice, really, really lovely that comes up, well, I may have no control, but I'm going to give it my best shot. This afternoon, actually after this little video, I'm going to go and I'm going to pull all my stash out and I'm going to sort it out. I think mostly like sweater quantities and stuff. No, jumper quantities. And I'm going to list them on Ravelry in my stash. And then I can decide what I'm going to make. So next year, I am planning on it being the year of the cardigan. So that's quite exciting. And I do need more cardigans desperately. I have a few sweater quantities. I think possibly 4, maybe more. I don't know. I'll dig it out later and share it with you if you like. So yeah, that's my plan for today. And
either want to marzipan my Christmas cake or make a pavlova base. They both need doing, but I'll do one today and one tomorrow. So that is my plan for today. It was my plan for yesterday, but you know what happened yesterday. So it's today's plan now. Oh, I love my coffee. Pete's gone out for a bike ride, and Bryony and her boyfriend came over earlier and they've taken Mabel for a walk. So George is fast asleep in bed after his shift last night, so I have a quiet maybe hour, so I thought it'd be a great time to come and have a chat. Right, I'm going to show you Advents. So yesterday from lovely Shauna came this beauty, and this is tinsel. So pretty. And from Kelly came this gorgeous one. So pretty. From Julie of Sweet Sparrow Yarns came this with a gorgeous little candy cane progress keeper. So pretty. And from lovely Amy and Jen of Dandelion and Dogwood came this gorgeous one. Absolutely gorgeous. So let's do today's. Shauna. I am really going to miss these little treats every day. It's just so exciting every day to open such a gorgeous little package. Oh, this is so pretty. Ribbon candy. Oh my goodness, that is absolutely stunning. And I got a lovely tea bag today, which is chai. Ooh. Oops. Sweet Sparrow, Sweet Julie. Oh. How beautiful is that pink? Oh my goodness. I would absolutely love a cardigan in this colour. I've also got a sweet little candy cane. And last but not least is Jen and Amy, Dandelion and Dogwood. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's beautiful. Nearly forgot Kelly. Kelly, you slipped down the side of the chair. Oh, that's pretty. This one looks quite spring-like. It puts me in mind of daffodils and crocuses. So pretty. Oh, so many gorgeous little treats. I'm going to miss those Advents. They're so lovely to open every day. Well, I hope you're all having a great Saturday. I hope you're managing to tick off your to-do list. I can just imagine you all bustling about in the shops or the supermarkets, in the kitchen. It's that busy, exciting time, isn't it? I love those last few days before Christmas. I tried really hard and have actually succeeded to get most of my jobs done earlier so that I can really enjoy these last few days. And I plan on doing some knitting and lots of resting and enjoying the Christmas tree and my family and some dreaming. Yeah, I really need to do some dreaming. I love dreaming. So yeah, I hope you're getting on well and you're managing to fit in some quiet time too. My most favourite day is Christmas Eve. Now, we don't do anything in particular on Christmas Eve. I just love that day so much. We do prepare all the vegetables and things ready for the next day, which is fun. And as I said a moment ago, Bryony and her boyfriend George came round, and he said to me, he said, "You're not doing anything Christmas Eve." He said, "We're going to prepare all the vegetables and things so you don't have to stand up," which was so lovely. But I really like doing it. So we'll have to come to a compromise. But it's so sweet of him. He's so lovely. Right, I'm going to show you my knitting, and then I'm going to share a quick recipe with you. So I'm knitting the Carufe hat, and it's for Bryony for Christmas. I've shown this a few times. And I got a lot done yesterday, actually. Here we go. It's really pretty. I love this, what's that, kind of chevron, I guess. It's like a chevron with moss stitch running through, and up until that point it's reverse stocking stitch and then stocking stitch up here. And I'm at the point of decreasing, so I need to put some DPNs in to finish it off, but I haven't got the right size. I've either got half size smaller or half size bigger, so I can't quite decide what to do, but I think I might go smaller. We'll see if that works, hey. But it's beautiful yarn, and this is Hedgehog Fibres Aran in Skinny Dip colourway. I think it's Bryony's favourite colour ever. So it looks a bit strange actually, there's a rib and then this bulges out. But I think once it's had a wash, it will sit much more hat shaped, I hope. Well, I did this yesterday, most of it. I think actually I did that from the pattern all the way to the top yesterday to where I am now. I had so many issues. I ended up unpicking certain sections 4 times. And as you can see, it is a pattern, but it's not exactly hard. I just had no brain yesterday. But anyway, it will be finished by Christmas. This is the pom-pom that's going to go on top. My lovely Amy, she sent that to me. She said, "I think I've got a pom-pom which will look perfect." And it does, it looks so pretty. So I'm hoping to get that finished today. And I'm also hoping to do some casting on soon. I think there's a pair of socks I'd like to cast on. Could be a new design, or it may be just for fun, I'm not sure. Thank you for all your lovely comments on my last few episodes. I'm so lucky to get so many nice comments. You're always so kind. A couple of things keep coming up, and one is my mouse hand lotion bars. Lots of people would like to know what ingredients I use, so I thought in January I'd do a little tutorial on my blog for those, because I'd like to share it. They're really nice to make, and they're really easy, and they're really good for your hands as well. Or I suppose you could use them on your cuticles. I was very rudely cut off them by my camera. I was saying something like they're very useful, and you can use the hand lotion balms on any dry skin area like elbows, cuticles, knees. My knees get dry actually. So yeah, so I thought I'd share the recipe for those in January. And the other recipe I've been asked lots for is my cottage pie recipe. Well, actually, I just made it up. So I'll tell you on here rather than write it anywhere. So basically all I do is I put a little bit of oil in the saucepan. I saute some onion and garlic, just one onion, a couple of cloves of garlic. Then I add the minced beef. We buy kind of quite low fat organic minced beef. I let that brown. Oh, sorry, I soften the onions first. Then I put the beef in. I let that brown. Then I add a couple of tablespoons of buckwheat flour because that's gluten-free. Stir that in. Then I add a tin of chopped tomatoes, and then I fill the tin back up with water and add that as well. I add probably 2 teaspoons of oregano, lots of pepper, some salt. What else do I add? A tablespoon of tomato puree and a dash of Worcester sauce. And I just let that simmer for about 40 minutes maybe half an hour, because it cooks in the oven as well. While that's simmering, I do the potatoes. So I just peel and chop up some potatoes, put them in a pan with some salted water, let them cook. Then once they're cooked, I drain them. I add about half a pack of salted butter, lots and lots of pepper, and I just mash it all together. If it's a bit thick, I add a tiny dash of some kind of nut milk normally, but it's normally quite a good consistency. I think so much butter really helps it to be quite pliable. Then I just assemble it, put the beef mixture in a dish and then pop the mash on the top. When I put the mash on, I'll share this tip with you because I've always had in the past trouble with my mash sinking. So what I do with my mashed potato is I take little spoonfuls out and I put it all around the edge of the dish, and I make sure I spread it so there's no gap between the potato and the edge of the dish. And then I fill in with bigger blobs of potato and just spread it, and you don't get any messing about sinking potato or leaking sauce from the edges. Perfect. It does leak a little bit when you cook it, but yeah, so yes, that's my cottage pie, and I hope you like it. I don't think it's anything special, but it's tasty. So anyway, I'm going to finish my coffee. By the way, I told you I like these earrings. I just can't stop wearing them. I'm just going to finish my coffee, and then I think I'm going to get my yarn out and see what's going on. See you later. Bye.
So I've been sorting out my yarn, and this is all of my larger quantities, which is much more than I thought I had. So the top three, can I point? So this one, this bundle and this bundle, they were all purchased with shawls in mind. And I think actually I liked shawls more than I thought I did. So I think I may continue with that plan. So this one here is Julie Asselin. This is Dandelion. Oops, no, this is Dandelion Yarns. And this is Gregoria Fibres. No, this is Gregoria Fibres. So I think there'll continue to be shawl plans. This here is Knit by Numbers, and it's one of the first jumper quantities that I purchased with some money from my mum. It's really pretty blue. It's DK, and I think I've got 6 or maybe even 7 skeins of that. Then I've got this lovely Shalimar Breathless, which is absolutely gorgeous. And I did buy that with a cardigan in mind. It was quite a fitted one with 3/4 sleeves. Can't remember now. I have to have a look through my Ravelry favourites, but I might even continue to do that one as well. This here is gorgeous. I'll give you a closer look in a minute. This here is from Maya at the Wool Barn, and I think it's her Bramble colourway, and I purchased this quite recently. I think this is my most recent. Yeah, it's my most recent, and I purchased that to make, oh, I can't remember what it's called. It's one of Along Avec Anna's patterns. I love her patterns. Was it the Romy? No, it was the one with mohair. But since purchasing this, I've kind of thought about mohair. I love it, but it does irritate me, so I won't be adding mohair. So maybe I'll do a different pattern of hers. I might even do the dandelion cardigan if I have enough. I'll forget this pile for now because I want to show you a bit more. Okay, so over here is gorgeous, I think it's called Denim or something like that. And I've even swatched for a Staring at Stars cardigan. So I don't know, I haven't continued with that. Something must have happened to stop me. A new pattern came along or something, a new sock probably. So I'm not sure if I want to continue with that pattern or find a new pattern for it.
This is beautiful. I got this on a D-stash. This is my Nice and Knit, and this was a gift for me from Amy and Meg. So Amy of Little Tailoress and Meg of Woolen Cookies, or Meg's favourites. And that was it? Yes, that was to make the Marettimo tea, which I still think I'd like to do. And I've swatched for that as well, but it was so long ago and I didn't write any notes, so I don't know what needle size I used. So that was very, very sensible. This here is some, what is it? Oh, that's right. That is a La Bien-Aimée fade kit. It's really pretty. I'm not sure I like the darker grey beige on the end with those colours, but I love the first four from right to left. And I do love my fade, so that could be another fade or similar. This here is Life in the Long Grass. I'm not sure if I like it anymore. I don't think it's really my colours. I might think about destashing that. And then along here, I bought some yarn from Tanis Fibre Arts. And I was so desperate to get hold of this that I ended up ordering it, and lovely Meg, she sent it over for me, but I feel quite guilty because I don't know if I want to knit it. I want to knit the Camaro, that's what it was for, the Camaro jumper, which has got a lovely kind of V-neck with deep V's of colour, and then like a base, I think this is like a stony colour for the like the main part of the body and the end of the sleeves. But I think, although I love these colours, I think I may look a bit like a children's TV presenter. So I'm going to have to rethink that. Not sure what I'm going to do there, which is sad because I was so excited. I was probably more excited about this than any of the others really. So that's a bit sad. So I need to have a rethink. And then there's a whole bag of this Cascade. I think it's like a really chunky, I'm not sure, I'll have a look in a second, to make an owl jumper. But I'm not really sure if it's me anymore either. That was another one of the first things I bought. So I'm going to lower the camera down and give you a bit of a closer shot of all of these. So this is the Cascade. It's really pretty colour. It's showing, I might move the camera a little bit, it's showing up a little bit dark. That's better. It's a bit lighter than that actually. And what is it? 100% superwash merino wool. And I've got 6 or 7 of these. It's really soft. I can wear that against my skin. So there's that. And there was this I wanted to show you a bit more close up. This is Skein yarns, and I got this on a D-stash on Ravelry. It's so pretty. And I was thinking about making the Flory cardigan by Truly Myrtle, but I'm not sure if it would look better in just a not speckled, what's that, the tonal yarn. And this is Merino Silk Sport. So it's 50% merino and 50% silk, and it's the Orient colourway. But the only issue I think I'm going to have with these is that top one, this one here, is much darker than the others. I don't know. Let's see. Can you see that this one is darker? I'm not sure if it's very easy to see on camera. So I'm a bit concerned about that, how I'm going to get that to blend in, because I'm definitely going to need the 4 skeins. I think I'm going to stick with the Marettimo tee with this beautiful Nice and Knit. It's so pretty, I love this. And I bought a skein of this lovely denim colour. I think it's just called denim. Oh no, it's called Jean Genie. And that's from lovely Beehive Yarns, lovely Beth. And as I say, I've swatched for that, but I have no record of what needle size I use. So that's really helpful, Jooles.
Then I have this row of my Tanis fibre arts. And this is what I think I may de-stash. It's really pretty, but I'm not sure it's me really. So I have 4 skeins of this Life in the Long Grass. It's beautiful colours, and it's called Tide Pool, and it's 75% merino, 25% nylon, hand dyed in Ireland. It is really pretty, but I think I might de-stash and put the money towards something that is more me. So I think that's going to go de-stash. Then there's these gorgeous ones from La Bien-Aimée. This was the one I was saying, I'm not sure if I really like it in the fade. I love these 4. So possibly I might do another fade, because I did enjoy that and it does fit me really well. I bought these for a cardigan, which I spoke about a second ago, so I think I might continue that plan. I remember watching one of my lovely friend Antonella when she was podcasting, and she spoke about this yarn and said how soft it was, so I bought it on her recommendation, and it's really, really soft. It's called Antique, and it's 75 merino, 15 cashmere, 10 silk, and I've got 3 of those, so I think that would do kind of a more of a fitted cropped sleeve cardigan, so that's perfect. So I'll continue with that plan. And I've got this beautiful, this is from the Wool Barn. Oh, it's so beautiful, and it's called Bramble, and I have 4 of those, and this is the one I was going to make along avec Anna. I think she had a jumper that I was going to knit that she used mohair, but I think I might make the dandelion cardigan with this because it's so pretty. So that's that. This is Tracy of Nora George, and it's her Hearts Don't Break Around Here colourway, and it is so beautiful. Now, would this make a nice cardigan? Do you think? I've got 4 skeins of this, so I need to think about that, and that's fingering. And I've got 4 skeins of this gorgeous Knox yarn, which is also fingering, and the strange thing is they're so similar in colour. Look at that. Well, they don't look so similar on camera actually, but they are similar in real life. And this is called Madame Puddifoot's. That's the colourway. And so I have this as well. So I'm spoilt for choice really, so I don't know what I'm going to make with either of those. I have 6 skeins of this lovely Jean Genie. It's the same colour as I was going to use for my Moretimo. And this is DK, and this was the one I was going to make the Staring at Stars cardigan. I definitely need a dark blue cardigan. They're so useful, aren't they? But I'm not sure if I'm going to keep with my plan of the Staring at Stars rather. Then I think I have 7 skeins of this, and this is John Arbon Knit by Numbers in a lovely kind of a periwinkle blue, which is really beautiful, and that's in DK. I have no idea what to knit with this, but I think it would be some kind of gorgeous cardigan. So then I just have the shawl collections that I've gathered. This is absolutely gorgeous, and it's Gregoria Fibres in the Windflower, I think. Yeah, Windflower. And I have 3 skeins of this, and I bought it for one of Melody's shawl patterns, and I can't remember which one, or if I still want to make it, but I think I do. I purchased these on the Country House Retreat last year to make a shawl, and I can't remember. Oh, I know what shawl it was. It was one of Helen's, some Curious Handmade. I think it was more of a wrap, and they're so pretty. Why didn't I just do that? I think because I went off shawls a little bit. But they're such gorgeous colours, and they're really soft. And that, it must be DK weight, I think. Organic merino, extra fine, 100%.
So that, and last but not least, is this beautiful Julie Asselin yarn, which was also purchased for a shawl, and this shawl was inspired by Nicola of Bumble Stitches. I can't remember what it was called, but it was really simple and looked very wearable, so maybe I'll continue with that. Anyway, that is my confession. That is all my larger quantities of yarn. So actually, I don't think I need to buy anything this year. But I probably will. So I think I'm going to get all these ones listed on Ravelry as my stash. So I don't really know how Ravelry works when you've got your yarn listed stash. Does it help you kind of choose your patterns, because obviously it knows what yarn you have? I'm not sure. Anyway, I'll find out when I list it all. But if any of you have any ideas for some really lovely cardigans, I quite like loose cardigans that don't button up. Yeah, and I prefer them without a button band. Oh no, I like them with a button band. No, I don't. I like that thing where you knit the button band as you go. That's what I like. So if any of you have any lovely patterns like that, please let me know, especially if you've seen some yarn that you think would be perfect for it. Because I'm not very good at that kind of thing. I'm rubbish at combining yarns with patterns. I'm okay with socks, but anything else, I'm rubbish. Anyway, chat later. Bye.